In this Ezoic review, I'm going to reveal all the reasons why I left Ezoic and switched back to Google AdSense info. I earned over $9,000 in 1 year and I even doubled my RPM. Alright, let's start with a little bit of backstory. So Ezoic contacted me in November 22. They promised me that they're gonna increase my RPM by at least 50%. And at first I didn't believe. I thought it's kind of strange, you know. And of course I checked Ezoic if they are a legit company. At first I didn't know about them, but once I got myself a little bit more familiar with Ezoic, I decided why not, why not to try their services, and why not to earn around 50% more
Money!
I cannot complain with the results because Ezoic underpromised and they definitely over-delivered, because now I was making double what I was making with Google AdSense. So they doubled my RPM and I was making double what I was making with Google AdSense. Of course, it seemed a little bit too good to be true, because with such easy adjustment, I managed to double my money. But of course, my first impression was great, was fantastic. I actually was ready to spread the word of Ezoic as much as I could. I even thought about making a video right here on this channel to show you how you can double your income from showing ads on your blog, but for some reason I thought it would be wise to wait some time, and I'm happy with this decision. Even when I was a host at Hostinger Academy and I was hosting webinars, I had made a deal with Ezoic to make a webinar with them to promote them, and of course I'm kind of happy because I left Hostinger Academy sooner than this webinar could take place, because I wouldn't be happy with this decision now. Of course, you have to understand my intentions, why I was so excited to make those videos, those webinars, is because when I was with Google AdSense, my best day with Google AdSense was a little bit over $100. And once I made the switch to Ezoic, that doubled. So the best day that I ever had at Ezoic was over $200. I guess it was about $240 in 1 day, and I actually had such days 4 or 5 times. So of course I will be excited to share those news with others, to show others how they can double their earnings as well. In my situation, I have a dropshipping store with a blog on the side. So the huge portion of income comes from the dropshipping store, and another huge portion comes from the blog itself. I just decided to monetize blog and do dropshipping on the other side of this website. But once I moved to Ezoic, I started noticing that my conversion rate started to drop. At first I wasn't so concerned because I was making good money with Ezoic, so I didn't see a need to look into this a bit more, because I don't know, I was making enough money to cover this drop in the conversion rate from my blog, so I didn't see a need to look into that a bit deeper. And once Facebook made some updates to their platform, I noticed a huge drop in traffic, because majority of my traffic was coming from Facebook. And once I noticed this huge drop of traffic, of course my income from ads from Ezoic, it also dropped tremendously. And after that, once I started paying more attention to the conversion rate, I started noticing that my conversion rate dropped tremendously, at least 0.5%. And it was noticeable, and especially when around the corner I had the Christmas period where I would make the biggest sales of the year. So now I definitely knew something's wrong with the user experience. One of the selling points when I decided to move to Ezoic was site speed improvement promises. I'm already a huge junkie of optimizing my WordPress websites, my WooCommerce stores, and I was kind of skeptical with all those promises that were coming from Ezoic with their new revolutionary Leap platform that promised all the optimization settings in one place. Basically, with this new technology, as they call new technology, this is everything in one place. So you have cache settings in one place, image optimization, CDN, and all that. And you do all those adjustments in their panel. Of course, they say that once you switch to their platform and you take care of all those optimization settings, you don't need to use your previous optimization options, settings, and all that. I don't know, I was kind of skeptical. I decided to keep all my settings, but I noticed when I installed Ezoic plugin to my website, I started getting this message that my VP Rocket plugin that I use for cache is not compatible with Ezoic. So some of the settings of my VP Rocket plugin wouldn't work. Later, after contacting the Ezoic support, they explained to me if I'm not going to use their Leap technology, their adjustments, their settings for optimizing my website, there shouldn't be any issues with VP Rocket plugin. So of course I decided not to use their options, their optimization options, and I decided to stay with my settings. And as I mentioned you before, as the time went by, I started noticing drop in conversion rate. So decided to look into that a bit more, and I decided that I should try to optimize my online store a bit better. And I thought, okay, maybe I should move to their technology, to their revolutionary technology of Leap, and I should try this out. So that's exactly what I did. I just turned off all my plugins that I used for optimizing my website. I turned off all the image optimization tools, cache plugins, and all that, so I could start using Ezoic's Leap tool. The whole setup was quite simple because when I implemented my website with Ezoic, I used the Cloudflare implementation method. So it was pretty much straightforward. All I had to do is I had to do some adjustments in my Ezoic's plugin to activate all those settings, and I had to connect everything with my Ezoic's panel so I could start doing changes to my optimization options through Leap settings that were in the Ezoic's platform. So when I was optimizing my website, instead of working on my website directly, I had to go to the Ezoic's platform, and this is where I was doing all the adjustments, cache adjustments, CDN adjustments, image optimization adjustments, and all that. So even though I took care of all optimization settings as they recommended me, my website, it didn't improve in speed, and actually it got a bit worse. So I decided to switch back to my settings because I was already paying for VP Rocket plugin, so I thought, why should I use Leap services? So I was disappointed I couldn't improve the speed of my website, and it was a huge issue because, like I said, I had a dropshipping part on my website, and when I have a poor user experience, my conversion rate drops and I start losing sales. So later I thought maybe I should try something else. Maybe I should try a different implementation method, because support told me I should try different implementation methods with Ezoic. Maybe this would help to improve my website speed. And of course it didn't. I tried all the methods, I tried everything, and it didn't help to improve my speed at all. My website was loading sluggishly. I didn't like the way my website was loading. I even checked some of the top performing websites on Ezoic platform because they share this information with their users, and you can check the best optimized websites. And actually some of those websites, majority of those websites, they do not look too good. They are very simple and minimalistic looking websites, and that wouldn't work with my dropshipping store and the combination of my blog. So it would just look horrible. So I decided, you know what, this is not worth it to try to optimize my website with Ezoic. So I went back to my settings and I got this slight improvement of speed back. Next, you should know about Ezoic Premium. Yes, Ezoic offers a premium plan with their Ezoic platform. It sounds strange, it is strange, it smells fishy, probably it is fishy, I don't know. I just thought, why not to make extra money using Ezoic Premium? Why not to try this opportunity? Of course, I decided to go with Ezoic Premium.
Money!
And Ezoic Premium means that you sign a contract with Ezoic and you pay upfront. In my case, it was $144. It wasn't a huge deal because it was deducted from my monthly earnings, so I didn't care that much about it. But with Ezoic Premium, I had a chance to earn a bit more money while paying back to Ezoic. So it's not just like I needed to pay upfront $144 for 1 year contract. I was also paying for the revenue I was receiving from the premium ads. So once you get Ezoic Premium, Ezoic shows a different set of ads, premium ads on your website, and this way it's like you are sharing revenue with Ezoic. So let's say you are making $30, Ezoic takes around $20 and it leaves you with $10 extra. So in essence, you are making money, but you are paying a huge portion to Ezoic, and it sounds very weird. Also, if you want to get out from this contract, if you are going to break this contract or you're going to cancel this contract, you're gonna need to pay a fee. In my case, I just signed for 1 year. I saw others who signed for 3 years, and basically they were trapped. They were trapped with slowly loading website, and they were trapped with Ezoic Premium. If they wanted to cancel this contract, they were supposed to pay those cancellation fees, and in some cases they are quite high. And in my case, since I signed this contract for 1 year, I didn't see huge of a deal, but to be honest, after around 6 months after signing this contract, because I didn't sign this contract right away once I joined Ezoic, it took me a while, and after 6 months after being with Ezoic Premium, I just decided to quit Ezoic completely. I completely forgot about this contract, and I received an email, but I totally ignored it, and this email said that I had limited time, I guess it was like 10 days or something like that, to reply to this email. Just to go to my dashboard, not to reply to this email, go to my dashboard and select that I don't want to continue using Ezoic Premium. If I'm not gonna do that, I will get Ezoic Premium for the next year. So that's exactly what happened. I have Ezoic Premium for the next year. I'm not using Ezoic at all. I still have some money left in my balance, so it should cover almost everything. But I guess I'm gonna need to pay around $30, even though I'm not going to use Ezoic ever again. So this Ezoic Premium thing is kind of shady. It looks shady, it smells shady. So I thought you should know about this, so you wouldn't get trapped in the contract. If you're gonna sign a contract, don't do more than a year. Alright, and just be careful. If you're gonna go more than a year, you're gonna end up with a slow loading website, and you're just gonna be trapped in a contract. If you're gonna decide to cancel this contract, you're gonna need to pay a fee. So that's the shady tactic, shady thing with Ezoic Premium. I know nowadays it's a bit different, but you should be aware of that. Blank pages. That was so annoying to get those blank pages. So I mentioned you before that my first setup was with Ezoic plugin by using Cloudflare, so with name servers, and the whole optimization part of my website was done on my side, from my side, with my tools and plugins. And usually there were some conflicts with Ezoic plugin. So I remember I did some changes to Ezoic plugin, and I completely forgot to double check it in incognito mode and all that. And the next day I wake up and I noticed that in Google Analytics I see a huge decrease in visits. I started to look into that, what's wrong and what could cause this issue. On my side everything looked normal, but once I opened my website in incognito mode, it was just a blank page. Every single page was a blank page, and of course I started looking for the solution. So later I figured out that this problem was caused by the Ezoic plugin. Once I deactivated this plugin, my website went back to normal mode, and once I reactivated this plugin back, everything went back to blank pages. So I found an option in Ezoic plugin to sync all the other plugins. After clicking on this option for a couple of times and after clearing my cache, I managed to resolve this issue. But you should be aware of that it's possible that you might experience blank pages, and if you're gonna do some adjustments, changes, or you're gonna set up your Ezoic plugin, make sure that you check everything in incognito mode, and as well you should check on mobile devices as well. That's very important, because you don't want to lose your visitors. And finally, after reading some reviews, yeah, I know that wasn't the best move, reading reviews after everything is done, but after reading a lot of reviews in VP Rocket group, I found a lot of negative reviews about Ezoic. I just wanted to know if someone were able to optimize their website using Ezoic, and apparently no one could do that. They would complain with a sluggishly loading website, with slow loading website, and they couldn't resolve that because Ezoic is not there yet. And even though they have this Leap technology, it's just basically all the optimization settings in one place, and you take care of those settings on their platform instead of taking care on your website. So that's, I don't know, that's that convenient. In my opinion, it's not. And yeah, pretty much that's it. It's up to you to decide if you want to use Ezoic. I'm not gonna lie, Ezoic helped me to double my RPM. I was making double the money. But in my case, since I'm running a dropshipping store on one side and a blog on the other side, I started seeing a huge decrease in conversion rate since my website wasn't loading that good. So if for you user experience is important thing, then you should think twice before joining Ezoic. So that was my honest review. That's my personal experience. I hope it's gonna help you to decide if this platform is the right fit for you or not. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I have more interesting videos, not just about monetizing your website, optimizing your website, but about building your websites, growing them, and all that. So hopefully this video was useful, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.